still dem talk say make we no talk, but thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo, Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo, Mayegun don come, oh.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun làwa mọ̀.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this hour. It is Mayegun Live. NLC has suspended, NSC, TUC, they have suspended their indefinite strike after meeting with Tinubu's SGF, Akume. But that is secondary. Do you know that Tinubu's government has withdrawn $1.8 billion from Nigeria's foreign reserve? No shishi has been added to that reserve since these criminals captured Nigeria. But they have succeeded in taking $4 billion in a year. Did you ask them where is the money, or what have they done with the money? Peace be upon you too. Please share this broadcast after reading the caption of it, the description as well. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. Last 1 year, starting from January 2023, Nigeria have seen the exodus of businesses packing and leaving, packed their stuff and left, while those Nigerians who were working for them have joined the favor market. I've been a labor market. Heritage Bank customers, tag those of you who are Heritage Bank customers. Wala mashele. Majority of you are going to lose your money. And I am not talking about those of you who are going to lose your 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. I'm talking about some of you who are businesses that have their own account, or like they have account with a Heritage Bank. They are about to dupe all of you. I promise you. So what today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, top of the moment to all of you joining me this minute or this hour. It is the brunch time with Mayegun, and usually it is a two-phased. The first part, or the first phase, is to catch up, kind of give ourselves some appetizers, so to say. Appetizers for what is going on in that contraption. Who is doing what, when and why. Then the second part is going to be us continuing with our reading. Somebody commented on one of the reading broadcasts, and this individual, like I know, say like normal, okay. Personally, I've told people, I said, when people come here to abuse me or criticize me, they say this, they call it a criticism, okay? That I should take criticism. And their criticism is coming from me calling out the criminals in Nigeria. I do take them. Sometimes I just take them, I just ignore. Sometimes I do respond. But here is something you should know. Mayegun's Diary Political is a platform of choice. Okay? You can hop in, you can hop out. It comes with varieties of stuff that we kind of discuss. That is why I do tell you that you do not owe me anything. Okay? Like, yeah, I appreciate those who love Mayegun. Like, there are those who actually really love Mayegun, if you must know, right? And I don't joke with them. Okay? But personally, I know that you do not owe me anything. Whatever is given to me is given unconditionally. So if you see me talk about some criminals that you don't like, and you like me because of that, meanwhile, you have soft spots for some criminals which I have not mentioned, and somehow you will prefer I don't talk about them. So do you see why, if you want to like me, you have to like me unconditionally? If you want to actually like Mayegun, you cannot have any single respect or regard for any of those criminals ruining Nigeria. So, which means if you say you like me because of what I'm doing, well, tomorrow may be your shot, okay? So you do not owe me that, okay? And I don't get offended. I don't even feel bad, right? That you can easily tell me that you don't like me. But you see what I am doing, right? If you want to criticize that, please do so with something that you think is better to be done. And why am I saying this? I could sit down here and spend like 5 hours just reading. And I wouldn't mind if my listeners are just about 10, 20, 50 people. I don't care. Yeah? The point there is that on this platform, which we call the Temple of Truth, we all believe that we built this place, and therefore it is our safe zone. If people wanted a book read, all I have to do is to find the time and read. You do not have that, you do not have that privilege, okay, to come on to Mayegun's Diary Political and say, what is all this history? This whole reading is it going to help anybody? Baba, this platform, okay, is not the genesis. It is not the foundation of your frustration in Nigeria. Whatever you are facing in Nigeria, listen to me. The solution is with you. This platform is just going to be like a light that will help you see through the path. You can choose your path and believe in it. This platform is not a platform that is the genesis, the beginning or the end of your frustration, of your poverty, of your underdevelopment, of your oppression in Nigeria. You don't have to come here to remind us how frustrated you are. I do not have solution to your problems. So you would have to find the solutions yourself. Mine is to help you understand your problems. The problem of Nigeria is not created by just the criminals. A lot of you are part and parcel of their problems. The irresponsibility of the criminals ruining Nigeria is also not limited to those people. It is also enabled by some of you. And that is why this platform is meant to make you understand which part are you playing in the destruction of Nigeria. Yeah, you will find out which part. That's why I have names for everyone that I believe are directly and indirectly helping those rogues to do this to all of us. The humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, the voluntary slaves, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers. These are the few examples of those that are enabling the madness going on in that contraption. So don't just talk about the problem. We all need to understand which part are you playing. And maybe, just maybe, if you understand the consequences of what this failed governance mean, and you understand the role you are playing, directly or indirectly, just maybe, you may change. And I strongly believe that. I do believe that if majority of you understand the damages you are doing to yourselves by defending these rogues and what they are doing, it's like what do you call that thing again? Self-immolation or something. It's like suicide. So maybe if you understand the consequences of your political association decisions and all that, just maybe we can begin to cut the oxygen that these criminals are using to survive, which is your ignorance, your what do you call it, your selective amnesia and the rest of that. So if I chose to read, there are those that will sit down and listen. And in fact, very, very appreciative too. So don't worry. If you find your way, if you by accident found your way onto Mayegun's Diary Politico, it could actually be one of the greatest platform that you are going to come across in your lifetime. Okay? But again, your self-deceit or living in self-denial may actually push you out of here. All right? As well. So let's go to that, Niger. Yesterday, we were here and we were kind of thinking, okay, it seems this NLC means business. So at least they remain sort of persistent. They wanted better pay. Their argument is valid. Their strike is legit. But the problem is the person they are dealing with. You are dealing with the set of con men, career criminals, chancers, badgers, those that are going to steal from you, destroy you, and they're actually going to ask you to be grateful and start singing Thanksgiving songs. So be grateful to them because your situation could have been worse, even though they have made your life worse, but they will be telling you, you should be grateful. That's the kind of people you are dealing with. They are brutal, they are cold, they are merciless. And rather than give what belongs to the majority, they will give a fraction of that to minority to help them shut the majority. I don't know how they're going to kind of flip this, but it seems they have succeeded in flipping it. Indefinite strike is now suspended strike because Akume called them yesterday. Akume is the former Benue governor, a thief, a career criminal, EFCC customer, by the way, just so I give you the background of your secretary to the government of Federation of Nigeria, appointed by Tinubu. Tinubu has something in common with thieves. And a lot of you are not paying attention, right? But that's not the point yet. Akume is the secretary to the government of Federation of Nigeria, the man that looted over 87 billion naira from Benue State as governor. Then joined APC, and this financial crime got swept under the carpet by becoming the Minister of Special Duties to Boko Haram, the man that came to fight corruption. I don't know. Anyway, Akume is the SGF right now, all right? And there are those who understands that Nigeria can't pay their money. And I told you yesterday that now that 60,000 they go collect. But it be like say it go be more than that 60,000. It could be 60,500. Take a look. This is their agreement. Sorry for my friends on TikTok who can't see this screen. Go on to YouTube, you will see this. I promise you. You have to. So yesterday they came out of a meeting, and at that meeting, right, they said the following resolutions agreements were agreed. So according to them, they said, further to the negotiation by the tripartite committee on national minimum wage and subsequent withdrawal of labor from negotiation. The leadership of the National Assembly intervened on 2nd June 24, blah, blah, blah. The organized labor declared nationwide strike on Monday, the 3rd. So, 2, the federal government in the national interest convened a meeting with labor held in the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, right? On Monday, the 3rd, bam. Then the 3rd. So after exhaustive deliberation, the engagement by both parties, the following resolutions were reached. So these are the resolutions. 1, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is committed to a national minimum wage that is higher than 60,000, but no specific. Higher. Arising from the above, the tripartite committee is to meet every day for the next 1 week with a view to arriving at an agreeable national minimum wage. Third, labor in indifference to the high esteem of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tinubu, commitment in 2 above, undertakes to convene meeting of his organs immediately to consider this commitment. No worker will be victimized as a result of the industrial action done in Abuja, signed by Mohammed Idris, Misinformation Minister, Honorable Nkeruka Onyejocha, Minister of Labor, Minister of State for Labor, right? Then for the organized labor, Ajero and Osifo signed for the labor. I mean, personally, I was like, Tinubu and Gbajabiamila must be having a laugh, a very, very big laugh. We are going to pay you. We agree to pay you above 60,000, but we need to meet 1 week to decide how much above 60,000. So the NNC have now suspended their strike. But before that, listen to Akume last night, if you don't mind.
Labor declared nationwide strike on Monday, 3rd June 2024, to drive from its demands. The federal government, in the national interest, convened a meeting with labor held in the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation on Monday, 3rd June, with a view to ending the strike. After exhaustive deliberations and engagement by both parties, the following resolutions were reached. The President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Tinubu, is committed to a national minimum wage that is higher than 60,000. Arising from the above, the tripartite committee is to meet every day for the next 1 week with a view to arriving at an agreeable national minimum wage. Labor, in deference to the high esteem of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is committed in paragraph 3, sub 2 above, and takes to convene a meeting of its organs immediately to consider this commitment. For no worker will be victimized as a result of the industrial action done in Abuja on the 3rd of June 2024. This document is signed for the federal government, for the Minister of Information and National Orientation, and the Honorable Minister of State for Labor and Employment. For the organized labor.
Nuisance, Lily.
Let me save all of us at distress, okay? He was practically reading what I've already read in that copy of that paper. Yeah? So that's that. And when you look around the room, the tripartite committee on minimum wage, you will see Abubakar Bagudu. You will see Wale Edunsin. You will see, what's that woman's name again? Oh, the one that we thought was fighting for those girls in Niger State. You see those girls they wanted to marry. Uju Kennedy. When you see clowns like that around, and they say we need just 1 more week to tell you how much money we can add to the 60,000, then you can enjoy the clown show. Because according to Uju, they did not see any strike coming. But they are the ones who are now, like the minimum wage that they were given 31 days. 31 days. Ultimatum. 31 days came and it ended. They could not give them any minimum wage they will agree on. Oh. But now they want to do that in 7 days. But listen to one of them who wants to do 7 days minimum wage for Nigerians. Uju Kennedy. Meanwhile, you remember her now? She is that women affairs or something minister that rejected the mass marriage of underage girls in Niger states, the Boko Haram orphans, those whose parents have been killed by terrorists. They said to fight poverty, to save them from poverty. They were marrying them off. And she opposed it. She went to court. Now, that was all you heard, Abby. How many of you know that she has gone back to say sorry to those Afa in Niger? Do you know that? Do you? She went back to say sorry. Not only sorry, she endorsed the marriage. She also gave them money. In Niger, our Afa in Niger, I am so sorry that I upset you. You can marry off the girls. Here is extra money from the federal government to support the marriage. Uju Kennedy.
Agencies are aligned to the renewed hope agenda of change.
Look, Minister, the agitation, I'm very sure that you have people around you who are feeling the pinch of this economic situation in the country. A lot of Nigerians out there, they are finding it difficult to eke a living.
It did not start today. What happened before election? It didn't start today.
But Minister, in the last 1 year, when this government came into power,
1 year is too small
but
to
things
change
have deteriorated, Minister.
No, 1 year is too small to change things that had happened over 16 years. And you see, yes.
But look at the dramatic decline in the purchasing power of the citizen in the last 1 year.
And that's why we are working. We're not sleeping.
But it looks like your government had badly run the economy to this point. Much. Look at the value of the Naira from 1 year ago and now. It has drastically reduced the purchasing power. So the question, Minister...
What is important is the willpower and political power to make the change. And that's what the president is doing.
The tangibles, Minister, that Nigerian citizens will... Because a lot of the things that you reeled out, we've heard some of the plans, and you have said it again tonight, of what the press, CNG and all. There are a lot of Nigerians who say, we have not seen them.
You have not seen them?
The welfare packages, they have not seen them. Are they tangible? Can the federal government put out videos of those who are receiving and collecting some of these things so that Nigerians can really believe what the federal government... Are they there, Minister?
Of course.
They are really there out there?
Yes.
Who are those benefiting?
If you have told me to bring...
Una don't enter one chance. If I have another way of explaining it to you, I would, but I do not have any other better way than this. Because this is not going to be just me saying, it is you listening to them and be like, we are not seeing anybody collecting all these things. Oh, you should have told me to bring evidence now. I thought if I come here and I tell you, you are going to believe me. I didn't know that I have to bring evidence. Oh, next time tell me to bring evidence. Oh, no, 1 year is too small to fix 60 years, something that has gone bad for 60 years. Politicians say that all the time. But they are part of that 60 years too. Even if not 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, you not participate in the destruction, you are part of it. Here is Wale Edonsin. These are the people who are going to determine the minimum wage. Listen to him. Still on the matter.
Certain measures that have been used to stabilize it still need to feed through.
Minister, can you explain reasons for some businesses leaving Nigeria? It appears there is fear now about the Nigerian economic climate.
When we look at the economic climate, as we said, one of the major particularly for the larger scale businesses, and I know you're talking about the multinationals, foreign direct investment or foreign companies, one of the major drawbacks and one of the major impediments for them was they did not have a liquid foreign exchange market. Now we have a willing buyer, willing seller foreign exchange market. It is elevated. Maybe it's not at the levels we would like it to be, but it's when you get inflation down that you can stabilize the exchange rate and even get it coming down. Similarly with interest rates. And so that fight is on. And it is an improved environment for them. For big investors as a whole. And when you look at the oil and gas sector, today, as a result of recent measures on the fiscal side, executive orders signed by Mr. President have improved the investment climate for gas, which we have in abundance and which most people see as a transition fuel, which you can still be invested in on the way to greener and cleaner and non-fossil fuels. But at the same time, the investment climate for the deep offshore, where huge investment amounts are needed and where the